It's no far stretch to think you've heard the saying, if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes and it'll change. But here's the question. How big of a change are we talking? Because the weather's always moving to some degree. Well, you got to start somewhere. And Brian Bretschneider, well, he started at 5 degrees over 5 minutes. And I got to tell you, for some of us, the weather really does change in about 5 minutes. The numbers on the map here, the redder the dots are, like out toward the Rocky Mountains and out toward the west, that's where we see some pretty high frequencies of temperatures moving by 5 degrees or more in a 5-minute period. In fact, some places out there have it happen at least twice a day. Sheridan County in Wyoming, they report numbers as high as 3 times a day on average for temperatures moving by that large of a degree. There are some lower values though, and here in West Michigan, the saying doesn't really stick. In fact, you can see Grand Rapids in Holland, we are in the lowest category. That is less than 50 times a year that we see a temperature shift of 5 degrees or more in a period of time, 5 minutes or less. When it comes to the actual numbers of where we rank, well, pretty low. Grand Rapids, 751st on the list of cities most likely to see that change. Muskegon, a little better, 585. Holland, right next to Grand Rapids, at 750, really averaging about 45 times a year or so, 46 in Grand Rapids. Now, when it comes to why you broke this data down, well, we reached out to Brian and we asked ourselves.
Over the years, I've heard, as most people have, people repeat the idiom of if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes or 15 minutes. And I'm a data hound, and I like to crunch numbers. And I figured, well, let's see what the data looks like. People are really fascinated by the fact that you can actually put numbers to these old idioms, and it's been kind of eye-opening for a lot of people that a lot of people responded like, well, this can't be right, because it always is changing like super fast where I live in Tennessee or in Arkansas or wherever. And then other people in the West are like, yep, changes, big changes all the time, part of life.
And there was a lot of data he had to sort through. In fact, it took over 5 hours of computer processing just to crunch the numbers. We told you Sheridan County, Wyoming, that was the most likely place. Well, what about the other end of the coin? The most stable city in the country, that is Seattle. Only about 10 times a year that they will see a shift of 5 degrees or more in 5 minutes or less.